swift as the walls of icewrack.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Esports Money's ESM, Mac10, whatever you want to call me, and today we're going to be going over my guide to jungling Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden is a hero that is quite good at jungling. Her limiting resource would be her defensive ability, so you're going to be doing a good bit of cliff jungling and kite jungling, as is per usual with most ranged jungle heroes. And the hero is also a support, so even though the hero is very good at farming, you typically will be spending more time buying items for other people. So I bought a ward just because you're probably going to want to buy. In the most greedy situation, you'll still probably want to buy at least one ward. In the least greedy situation, you'll buy a courier, wards, and you'll buy a quelling blade instead of an iron talon, just so that you can knock down the trees and effectively cliff jungle. However, I would strongly recommend an iron talon. I'm going to be rushing a hand of Midas as quickly as possible, and I get a hand of Midas around 7 minutes this time. I get all of the bounty runes except for one, which is, you know, not exactly realistic. You're probably going to want to give those away to someone who's a little bit more farm dependent than you. That being said, again, I do miss one bounty rune, and so if you are going complete 100% greed, then your Midas could be up to 20 or 30 seconds faster if you don't buy that ward and you don't buy, or then you get all the bounty runes. Or if you decide to be nice and actually buy your teammates things, then your Midas could be delayed up to 9, maybe even 10 minutes, depending if you roam to the lane to gank, or if you buy the courier and upgrade it, if you buy all of the wards, things like that. If you go full CM 1 support 4, you are probably still looking at an approximate 10-minute Midas, because even if you buy a bunch of wards, sentries, regular courier, and upgrade the courier, and maybe a smoke, you're still probably going to be able to make up that gold within, 2 or 3 minutes. So maybe at the absolute latest 11:30, as long as you're staying in the jungle for most of the time. So you're going to level up your aura second. You're going to get 1 point on your W, and you're going to keep 1 point in your W. Why? Because it doesn't scale well against creeps. It's an excellent spell and scales pretty well when you put more points into it to kill enemies, but the mana cost increases, and the efficiency or the effectiveness against creeps does not. Another thing that's very important to realize about this spell is that it uses magic damage, and it does a total of 1,000 magic damage over time. This means that if you're going to be using it on, like, mud golems, you're only going to get 500 of that 1,000 damage. That's why you see me clicking all of the different creeps before I attack them, because I do not have their magic damage memorized. So if you do not have the magic damage memorized, quick click on the creep, and it will tell you what % magic resist they have, and you can actually calculate mathematically exactly how much damage they will do. For instance, the big Wildkin or Wild Wing doesn't actually have any magic resistance and has 950 health with that armor aura, and so all 950 health will be taken out if you just hit him with the W. So as you can see here, I check that, I realize this, I use my W on him, and then I'll actually use my Iron Talon on one of the little ones, because that will kill him straight away with no additional damage required. So again, you'll want to click on the creeps and check the magic resist unless you know them by heart. Wolf camp, any of those wolves will die from your W, so generally speaking you'll want to use it on the largest. Both the Ursa and the Centaurs have a magic resistance aura that is approximately 20%, and so you'll want to check, and sometimes you have to talon the big one before using your W. Now, you might claim efficiency error and say you should just W the big centaur and right-click him as much as you can, and you can probably kill him before it expires. And that's true. You can do that, but the thing about the centaur camp is that the little centaur only has like 350 health. He's extremely easy to kill, so I'd prefer to use my Iron Talon on the big one and then right-click down the other one. With the Ursas, it's a little bit more up in the air, because the Ursa still has that huge health pool, and the little one also has a pretty sizable health pool, and the little one actually does a significant amount of damage. So, again, little efficiency things, mostly up to you. But as you'll see, I'm getting pretty darn close to my Midas. So thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Esports Money's ESM, Mac10, whatever you want to call me. I hope you enjoyed this jungle. I've been getting a lot of requests for doing guides on the Dire side, so I figured I would start with this one. As you can kind of see, it's not as easy to jungle on the Dire side as the Radiant, and I have a video that compares both sides of the jungle in the current patch, but it's it's still possible. Even though it's harder, as you can see, it's still possible. Crystal Maiden is a decent jungler, but I would still call her a non-traditional jungler because she has great lane presence. And she's also just, you know, not the super farm-dependent hero, so you don't see her in the jungle a lot, and she's super squishy, another thing that you typically don't see in the jungle, because most junglers either have creeps or are not squishy. So again, thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like button, please hit the subscribe button. If you want to support the channel, please check out any of the Amazon affiliate links in the video description, including an Amazon Prime referral link. So thank you so much, and have a wonderful day. Peace out, guys.